Hey guys, Emily and Matt from Liverpool Health Centre here. Today we'll be going over plyometric exercises for basketball players. So plyometrics training involves quick, powerful movements with a system of reactive exercises and explosive movements. So it's also called jump training because many people perform these exercises to increase their vertical jump height. So plyometric helps with agility, speed and power, and that therefore helps on the basketball court. So as a basketball player myself, I know how important it is to have a quick first step to get to the rack or to defend a player off the drive. So today Matt here is going to be demonstrating these exercises for us. Before we start, it's really important that we have an appropriate amount of strength training prior to completing any plyometrics training, because we just want to avoid muscle or tendon injuries, because the in-depth plyometrics training, it involves those really quick, heavy, loaded movements. So today we'll just be going through a couple of beginner plyometrics exercises. So first up, we have our double leg backwards hops. So for this one, we're making sure that we're standing nice and upright, nice and tall, feet are together. So as we're jumping backwards, we want to make sure that we're jumping from the balls of our feet, trying to not to bend our knees too much. We want it to be mostly through those ankles. And when we're jumping up, we want to make sure that, if Matt shows us here, we want to make sure that our toes are jumping up to the sky and not down to the floor. Okay, so the movements are going to be nice and quick contact to the ground. So as you see, Matt here is going nice and quick, so I guess limiting that time spent on the ground there. Beautiful. So he's also going to be doing the forwards hops too. So same concepts through here. So jumping from the balls of his feet, keeping those toes nice and high to the ceiling, and that quick contact through the ground there. Beautiful. So the next one we've got the lateral hops. So jumping from side to side. So we'll be jumping for about a metre width distance. So this one's really good for our change in direction on the basketball court. So Matt's just going to show us here. So same principles, feet together, jumping from side to side. Good, making sure those toes are lifted up nice and high. And that quick contact with the ground also. Beautiful. Next one we've got is the single leg rotation. So we're going to start off with our double leg movements first, and then we'll get into the single leg. So double leg, just forward and backwards and side to side, Matt. So pretty much what we've just done, but in a stationary movement here. Beautiful. And then we'll go on to our single leg. So single leg is obviously going to be a little bit harder, and this is going to help with our balance and proprioception. Okay, so going through these different planes of movement, especially on the basketball court, because lots of our movements are off the single leg, going for a layup and things like that too. The next one we've got now is a single leg squat jump with a pause. So this is really great for our power and stability. So with this one, we're going to start in a single leg squat position. So about halfway down, digging our heel into the ground and using our arms to generate force to bring ourselves up. So Matt's just going to show us there. Good. So making sure that we've got that pause at the end. Beautiful. So this one is really good to build up the power in the leg. So obviously doing on both sides, so we get power on both the right and the left leg. Lastly, we've got our 180-degree jumps. So these ones are great for absorbing and managing force. So these are done on both legs here, and we're getting the power from our hips, knees and our ankles through these ones. So Matt will show us this one. So jumping from one side to the other, making sure that we're getting that, absorbing those forces and managing those loads throughout the limbs. Beautiful. Alrighty, so obviously this, as we said earlier, this is for more beginners, plyometric exercises. And we want to start off easy and add in extra time or duration of the exercises. So for beginners, we started with 20 to 30 seconds work for each of those exercises and completing them for 2 to 3 rounds. As we get better or more in tune with our body and the way that we're moving through those forces, we can obviously increase the reps or the duration of the movement there. And obviously there's more advanced plyometric exercises, but these ones are really a great start for any beginners out there wanting to increase their jumping height or their agility and speed. As with any exercise, we want to make sure that we're doing an appropriate warm-up as well beforehand, so we keep our muscles nice and loose and warm for the movements to avoid any injuries. Alright, thanks for watching guys, see you next time.